Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's Balatro video. In this video I have for you the Cruelty Challenge, and the Cruelty Challenge has only 3 Joker slots and no reward money for the small blinds or the big blinds. So I am suspecting, I'm doing these in order, but I'm suspecting that this one is going to be harder than the 20th challenge, which will probably be the next video. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So we've got the hook coming up first, which discards 2 random cards per hand played. It probably won't be too bad. I do like seeing the investment tag in the first ante because money is going to be a problem in this challenge because of the lack of rewards in the small and big blind. Granted, you can still get the interest and money for remaining hands. I don't think I'm going to need the +3 hand size though. I think that should be obvious. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to go for a high straight. I do need a 10 though. It's worth keeping the 9 because, well, I still need a 10, which I didn't get after all that time. Fortunately, that I'm a little bit out of position now, so I have to take a high king or try to get another 10. There it is. Well, in the end, it was 2 hands. All right. So our first shop, Vagabond would be good, except it's too expensive right now. 80 chips of played hand contains a 2 pair. Might be good for now. It will fall off though. A random joker, not feeling it. So let's go for the 80 chips for a 2 pair. That will probably have to tide me over for now. I am going to take the investment tag though. Okay, so right off the bat, I've got a 2 pair. See how that does. Yeah. All right, well, it didn't do as much as I wanted it to. Have a possibility of a straight. Might be a little bit too low though. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. Well, shall we try again with kings and 3s? That would leave the door open. Well, never mind. Okay. Well, we've got the hiker. Hiker is going to do a lot more for me than the clever joker. Juggler is going to be good for now. I'd rather have it than an empty slot. Let's go for a celestial pack. I know I am spending a lot of the investment tag already, but I don't have either of the 2 planets that would have really helped me. Could go for Saturn, I guess. There really wasn't any good offers there. So we've got the house, which draws the first hand face down, which will not work too well with the juggler because that means 1 more card face down. Foil tag at this point is probably going to give me something that's better than this, so let's go ahead and try for that, but I will play the big blind. Okay, so I have 5, 4, 3, 2. I also have, yeah, that's the way to go. I also have a 3 of a kind, 3s, but let's just build around this. Okay, there we go. I've got a straight there. So all of those cards will get upgraded. And now I've got 4 kings. Just out of nowhere. Okay. And Chaos the Clown, 1 free reroll per shop. Well, don't know how important a free reroll per shop's going to be, but I'd rather have 50 chips straight out without any. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. And let's just move on to the house, I guess. Keep all of the interest in play. We're going to have to discard a lot of face-down cards so I can see what I'm doing. It's just going to waste 2 discards, but there's nothing else. There's not much I can do about it. So I've got Queen Jack 10 if I want to go for a straight. I have a 3 of a kind, but I don't think that really helps me that much. Could take 1 less queen and just discard these. And nothing really helps me here, so I have to take a queen high. Have to take a pair of aces. I finally got a straight, but it's probably going to be a little too late. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That might keep me in the game just a little bit longer. A little bit longer to remind myself that I need to drink coffee before playing Balatro. But, okay, Emperor, let's do it. Magician and High Priestess. At the rate I'm going, I might as well take Pluto to try to get high card up a little bit. Got Ride the Bus. Which could be good. Probably better than the hand size. I'm just, at this point, I'm just guessing, to be honest. So I feel like I've probably not doing well in this particular, in this run. I think let's just move on to the next round. So we've got the wall coming up. At the rate I'm playing, I don't think I'm even going to get there, but let's go ahead and play the small blind and just see what happens. So got a lot of pairs showing. So I have an 8 and a 7 together. Could discard this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, I have a straight now. So let's figure out where I want to place the Magician. Well, these 2 cards are already getting boosted, so maybe we'll put it on that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But before we do that, let's see if we can get lucky with a Saturn, and we won't. But full house is pretty good for me. And I could still pivot to that if I want to. Okay, so I've got a 9 and an 8, a 6 and a 5. So I could try to discard looking for a 7. 10, 9, 8. Wouldn't want to go to a Jack. So I'm still looking for a 7, so I could discard these cards. Hopes of getting a 7, and I don't. Now there's, well, it's only 1 mult, so I'll just play a pair of kings and reset the bus. Okay, and now I have it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay. Mercury boosts a pair. I don't like having a lot of planets at level 2. I'd rather get one of them at least to a higher level. Green Joker sometimes scales pretty well, but there's no jokers I want to switch to. Seeing Double and Crazy Joker. One of those could be good. Crazy Joker would obviously give me more mult for straights. Seeing Double times 2 mult if I have a club plus another suit, which is likely to happen. Tell you what, I think maybe we'll just go Seeing Double. I hate to pivot like that, but the bus hadn't really got started yet, so probably good to just switch for now. Let's go ahead and, is there any reason I should, I mean, I could play that, but maybe not. Okay, I've got 3 7s now. Looking for an 8 or a 3 right now. 10, 9, still 7, 6, 5, 4 right now. It's all my discards used. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Sure. We'll get to times 2 mult because there was a spade in there, so, or club in there. Okay. At this point, play a 2 pair just to play something. At this point, I'd be looking at a pair of 5s. Could play an ace high and just luck my way into a full house. Okay, it's not over yet, but I really need something that's going to, so 2 pair. Yeah, I guess. I'm pivoting way too much, but that is probably, I'm going to need to do something. Try to pull this run out of this nosedive that I find myself in. Full house is now starting to get kind of decent. A 2 pair is not. But do I want to just zero out and try to get 2 tarot cards? I think I kind of have to at this point. Okay. Well, the first one that stands out is Strength. I have a pair of kings. Could change those and make them into aces. Full would give me another full house right now, but I see another usage of it. Let's go ahead and do Strength first. And now the Full is going to give me the Strength card back for the next round. That might be okay. Now the Wall, still gonna need to score 8,000 chips, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to do. got a pair of queens. Got queens and jacks now. Now I could convert the jacks to queens and get a 4 of a kind. I would not get seeing double because none of those are clubs. But for the sake of doing something, okay. And naturally, of course, since that didn't include a 2 pair, it did not upgrade this either, so. Okay, so I've got a full house here. So that lucky card is probably going to have to do something, which it didn't do. Okay, 1 discard left, 1 hand left. Only 1 queen left, 2 10s, 3 9s. So 9s is probably the way to go. I either get a 9 or I'm out. Okay, that's plenty of 9s. Might as well play the ones that already have extra chips. Okay. 3 antes done. I've survived a little bit longer than I thought I was going to. But let's go ahead and ignore those tags and just go for the mark. So bumping the earth card up is probably my only shot, so let's go ahead and do that. And no choice but to go right into a small blind, so I just did more than 5,000, so I should be able to do this. 10, 9, 5, 3, 2, 10. Okay, so let's just discard all 5 of those. Oh well now. It won't upgrade anything except the cards, but 5 of a kind is still a 5 of a kind. All right. Hologram could outperform seeing double eventually if I started adding cards to my deck. I think I have to let it ride for now. Can't be on the edge of bankruptcy for the whole game. Okay, there we have a full house. So this is up to 8 now. Okay, I've got aces and 9s. Still got a lot of queens. Let's try going for a 2 pair. All right. Okay, nothing I need over there. Gonna run out of time on the crystal ball, but there's nothing I can do about that. All right, 10,000. Can I do it? Well, I've got 8s and 2s. Might be worth playing just to try to get the trousers to something. Okay, I've got a full house. Aces over 5s, which also upgrades the trousers. Might get me... oh, it wins. Okay. Strength and the devil. Both of those cards could be useful. I'll take them both. All right. We've got the psychic, a fairly benign boss blind, particularly if one is playing full houses. So let's just go right in. So I've got 2 queens and a bunch of nothing. So I've got aces and queens. I've also got a jack. I'm thinking about the strength card when I'm looking at that jack. More queens wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, but I only found one of them. Let's go ahead and play the 2 pair. Okay, so I only have 4 sevens. Trying to think of what makes sense to play. I could play a straight, jacks through 7. Would give me at least something. Okay, now what do I have? Well, that 6 could become a 7. And the king could become an ace. That's the long game right there. But all that does is give me a 2 pair. 9s and 7s. So let's do this. Let's play an ace high and hope I see a 9 or a 7. Okay, well, just in case, we'll play the devil, but I don't think it's going to matter. This lucky card would have to hit big because this 2 pair does not have a club. It hit well enough. Okay. All right. Psychic coming up in 2 rounds. So nothing here helps me. And these packs are kind of expensive, although this one would give me 2 tarot cards. So it's kind of, $4 a tarot card. Definitely better value than this. I think I kind of have to try for it. Okay, convert to hearts, 2 planet cards, stone card, wild card, and bonus cards. So I have an extra 7 now. So playing on the 7s does work to my advantage. So does playing off of the queen. I think the first thing I want to do is just see what 2 planets I can get. Those, actually, that was probably my best scenario, was Uranus and Earth. That gets me 2 pair to level 2 and full house to level 5. So now the question is, I think it's going for the bonus cards. And I'm going to choose the Queen of Clubs because that could be a really good card to build value around. And I am going to choose the 7 that's already been boosted twice. There we go. And I think that's all we can do. Let's go on to the next round. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so I have a straight looking at me right now, which doesn't, it's not really what I should be focused on, so let's go ahead and discard these 3 cards. Okay, I'm going to take the 2 pair. Okay, that actually did pretty well. And let's do it again. 8s and 3s. Why not? Okay. And let's go ahead and discard these 4 cards. I've got a full house, but I've got a full house that requires me playing the gold card. Now I have a full house that doesn't require me to play the gold card. Okay. Overall, that was a good round. That round did build up the spare trousers quite a bit. So things are starting to look up. Now, here's an interesting dilemma. We've got the fortune teller. The fortune teller would be 10 mult right now. The question is, have we gotten enough value from the hiker now, such that we can get rid of the hiker and bring the fortune teller in? It could go either way, but I'm going to say that we're okay with the bonus chips that we have right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the spectral pack. Okay, well, we're not going to do that, but we could do that. Let's put it on the Queen of Clubs and see what we get. I would like polychrome, but I got foil. That's going to give it more chips, which is fine. So now that queen is worth a lot of chips now, because it had 35 chips from the hiker when it was around. It's also got 50 chips for the foil, and it's also a bonus card, which means it gets bonus chips from that as well. So that's a really good card right now. And I only have $2, so I guess we're moving on. Okay, so we see a jack right now. And we also have a king. Looking at the wrong thing. There's the king that we see is the only king left in the deck. So if I convert the king and a jack to an ace and a queen, I think that helps my deck out quite a bit. Okay. But let's also play a 2-pair, queens and sevens. Set the lucky card hit. So that got me out of trouble. Okay. There's probably don't have to do anything more than just a 2-pair. Oh, except I forgot about the psychic. It happens sometimes. Let's just pretend that hand didn't happen. See, all according to plan. Just ended up with $1 less. Okay, more bonus cards and more clubs. Well, we've got the plant coming up, which is bad for my queens, but I think I should be okay otherwise. You can get a free spectral pack by skipping the big blind, so I'll keep that in mind. Hierophant might not be a bad call, though. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's play in. Okay, so let's try and see what we get. Okay, so we've got a pair of 2s. We have an ace and we've got a queen. Okay, we've got queens and 2s. The question is, if I play the Hierophant on the queens, that's for long-term value because those cards are going to get debuffed by the plant. So let's just go with the short game for now. 8,000. And now we've got a full house. We also technically have a 4 of a kind, but I don't think the 4 of a kind is the way to go. Let's go ahead and play that now. And play the best aces over 10s we can, just in case. Think it will clear anyway. Well, it cleared by quite a bit. Alright. Things are... I can't believe I'm saying this, but things are starting to look up just a little bit. Let's take a look at this Arcana pack, see what we can get. We can get the Hierophant back, we can make lucky cards, or we can make spades. Well, do I want to make 2 of the cards that I see lucky cards? Let's make these 2 aces lucky cards. Why not? Okay. I was tempted to go for the other one, but I think we're okay here. But I am gonna go for the Spectral Pack just in case this gives me something really good. Okay, negative to a random joker and -1 hand size would allow me to get another joker. Is it worth the -1 hand size? This destroys 5 cards from my hand. It could hit a 7, it could hit a queen. This would be the one I wouldn't want to lose. I kind of wouldn't want to lose this one either. I lost the 7, but that's okay. It does kind of thin the deck out a little bit to make it a little bit easier to hit aces and queens. Unfortunately, with this boss, I cannot hit the queen. I cannot score the queens. So, okay, well, we lucked into a 2 pair 6s and 4s. I'm not going to worry too much about the gold card. Okay, 9,000. So I have a 2 pair queens and 3s. I won't get any, it would be essentially just 20 chips less because these will not score. But still okay, I guess. Okay, 2 hands left, so I might want to think about something a little bit more than a 2 pair. Okay. So I've got queens over 8s if I wanted to score this full house. Now obviously I'd be missing out on these 30 chips, of course, but I have a lucky ace with 15 chips on it, and this regular ace, but it is a club, so it would proc the seeing double. I think my odds are a little bit better going for another ace or another 7, which fortunately I got. So let's go ahead and score this full house. See how well I do. That full house would have won the whole thing. Okay. Well, we're done with that. Let's go ahead and get that free money. And also it upgrades the fortune teller as well. Alright. Play only 1 hand type this round for the mouth. That basically, that could be a bit of an issue. Do I get anything good along the way? I do not. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the Mega Celestial Pack and hope that I get Earth. I do. And I got a bunch of things that don't matter. So it's a question of, do I want to upgrade high card or pair as just kind of a safety net? I mean, I don't really want to play either one, but okay. All right. I think we might be okay. I will get director's cut just in case I need it. I'm probably not going to use it for this ante. It's probably just going to be for the final boss, so. All right, let's go ahead and play through. Got aces over 5s. No reason not to take that. Especially if it wins. Okay. Tower doesn't really help me too much. It might help me if I'm playing a 2 pair. Actually, for that reason, it's probably worth taking. Let's take a look at the Celestial Pack. Hope we get an Earth, and we do. Alright. Things are not completely out of the out from behind the 8 ball that I put myself in at the beginning of the stream, but things are looking a little good. Let's go ahead and zap the 6 and play aces and 3s. I could have gone for a full house on the onset, but I wanted to take a 2-pair just to put a little bit more value on the spare trousers, because I was kind of hoping I would get something like this. 15, 10, 10. So this one of those, and that one. But let's not play around too much. Okay. Okay, this would only give me 9 mult, which underperforms both of those. Yeah, there's no reason to look at those. Let's see an Earth card. Thank you. All right. So we only want to play full houses this time. So I've got aces and I've got 9s. I've also got a queen showing. It probably makes more sense to just hope that I get the queens that I need. Okay, there we go. Aces over queens. This one and one of the other ones. Okay, 52,000. Officially locked into full houses, but it's kind of going to be gonna play for that anyway. Got a pair of 8s, and now I've got aces. Won't get the ×2 mult, but a full house is still a full house. Okay. So now, the question is, did I need director's cut? Because we're about to find out. I did not. Well, okay. Crimson Heart disables 1 random joker every hand. Let's take a look at my jokers. So, no matter what, one of these is going to be disabled every hand. So, my other options is all cards debuffed until I sell a joker. 3 times the blind. 1 random joker disabled every hand is the one I have. Flips and shuffles all joker cards, which maybe. Cerulean Bell. Overall, there's really nothing that really... There's nothing... Basically, I don't think... All the bosses are going to be hard, but this one is not... There's no other boss that's easier than this one. There's some that are probably at the same level, and I could definitely switch it to something that would be much harder. So I think we're going to just stand on that. And we don't need any more joker help, so the tags won't help me either. So let's start with the Celestial Packs. And we didn't get Earth, but Uranus is still a good safety net for me. Now I don't get either one, so I'll just go for 3 of a kind, just to say we did one. There's 0 reason to go for the blank voucher because we're already at the final ante. Okay, 2 queens and an ace. Let's try to find another one. We have a 5 of a kind, which is way below full house. Problem is, I just had too many queens all at once. I needed to discard at least one of them to give me a better chance of getting an ace. So we got that. Never mind me trying to max my score. Okay, 76,000. That was with all of the jokers activated, though. All right. There is nothing here that really helps too much. And I could go through the standard packs, but at this point, I'd really only be interested in bringing aces and queens on board. That is kind of low probability, but it could happen. Now the 8 of hearts is not entirely out of the question, but it would really only has one hand that would even be useful. So I guess I'm going to pass on that one, and I'm going to buy the voucher by accident. And 8. Another 8. No, not at this stage. Okay. All right. Well, instead of discarding, let's just play that 8s and 7s 2 pair. Upgrade the trousers probably just a little bit, just one more time. Discard these 3 cards. Oh, here we go again. This time with the aces. Discard these 3 cards. Discard these 3 cards. There it is. Let's play this full house. Good enough. Okay, we'll just do it. To be honest, I was starting this video just more as kind of a warm-up, because I figured Cruelty wasn't going to be good to me right off the bat. So I'm kind of surprised I'm playing for it all. Realistically, none of these tarot cards help that much. Getting another jack is... I certainly don't want to... Let's skip the easy ones. We don't want to convert an ace to a 2 or a queen to a king. A 10 to a jack doesn't really help me out that much. 5 to a 6 makes things worse. 4 to a 5 is possible. 3 to a 4 is a little bit better, because that would give me 5 4s, and 3s are kind of dead. But if I do this, I might not want to do this. Well, let's do it anyway. Okay. So what that did, and after all that, is I have now one more 5 and one less 3, because the 4s just kind of cancel each other out. So let's take a look at the standard pack and see what we've got. Nope. I mean, I could have made an argument maybe for the 5, I suppose. All right. Go all in on the shop. Does the tower help me? The tower might. Let's go ahead and buy that for now. Nothing there helps. Nothing here helps. The only thing now I can do is just get Wheel of Fortune to see if it does anything. No. But it did proc the Fortune Teller, so this is 17 malt. That's 54 malt. Here we go. So we're not getting the Fortune Teller for the first hand. That honestly was probably my best case scenario. So the question is, do I want to go for a 2 pair? Go for a 2 pair by turning the 8 into a stone card and playing 5s and 4s. I can still do that because the trousers are still active. The problem is that can move the X to the trousers. Okay. So I don't have that mult going. I kind of probably should have just waited for a full house to appear with my discards. I'm just making it. Okay. Do I just go for it? I might need another full house anyway, so. Okay, 56,000. It's now on. I can play queens over twos. That might do it. You know what? This just goes to show you. I honestly, this was not my first time doing Cruelty. I thought that, given what I've gone through in the previous runs, I thought this was going to take a lot longer. So I was kind of setting up this run as just kind of a warm-up because I didn't think I was going to do well. But I did get to, even though I only had 3 jokers, I got to the jokers I really needed. So even though early on my strategy was a mess, kind of here, there, and everywhere, it did kind of right the ship when I thought it wasn't going to. All right, well, that was the Cruelty challenge. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to this channel, or follow me on Twitch if you'd like to see more of my content. In the comments below, remind me that I'm supposed to be drinking coffee before I play Balatro and not afterwards. I'll see you in the next video.